Hi guys, and welcome to Annika Rice in Linfield. Those of you who don't know who Annika Rice is, she was a TV personality in the 80s. She was known for Treasure Hunt, and I think she's recently been on Strictly Come Dancing. Anyway, let's carry on with this. I'm going to take you on a lovely stroll down this beautiful village of mine, which is Linfield. Linfield's in West Sussex, and if you've seen some of my other uploads, you'll get a picture of the feeling of the village. It's very early spring, and I thought for this one I'm going to be give you a bit more info about it. So I'm taking a slow ride down Linfield village at the moment. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to subscribe, share and press the button for notifications so you'll get all the uploads that I do. Anyway, as we get down towards the bottom of the village, you'll see the actual shops on the right and left hand side, and on this particular video I'm going to show you a lovely little tea shop. People come from miles away, so I've been told, to go to this one, and I'll give you a look at the menu, and you can leave in the comments if you think it's expensive. Bearing in mind this is quite an expensive little village. We're coming up now to the Red Lion on the left, a lovely pub which me and my girlfriend miss a lot at the moment because we regularly go up there and have a lovely Sunday lunch. But hopefully those times will be not far away. If you look on the left here, you can see the crocuses there. And in fact, I've done my last upload was close up of the crocuses. So if you haven't seen it, check that one out and see what you think. Well, if you look ahead of you now, you can see the lovely Linfield pond glittering. I've done a couple of cinematic films on this, so if you haven't seen them, go and check them out. Hard work doing them and a lot of editing, but it was great fun. It's a beautiful landmark of Linfield. We're now actually coming round towards the common on the left hand side, which is really nice. They play cricket and football down there, and there's always people, particularly in the lockdowns, going for their stroll there. We're now coming to the top of the common, and I noticed the other day there was a load of ladybirds out, which I didn't realise they come out as early in the year as this, but apparently people are telling me they do, so I'm going to hopefully take a shot of some of them on some daffodils up here. Well, I'm going to take you back up the high street now towards the Summers tea rooms. As you can see, it looks very old-fashioned and it looks lovely, really. I love the culture of this village, and that's not really changed over the years. You can see that it's very quiet now. I purposely come out quite early so I didn't bump into people while I was doing this filming. But we've got a lot of antique shops in Linfield, but I think you find that a lot of old villages tend to have a lot of antique shops. But there's a few sort of cafes and nice little quirky places to eat, really, which is very nice. Well, I'm just crossing the road now, coming over to the Summers tea rooms. So there we have it. As you can see, it's a very colourful shop, and they do lovely sandwiches and cakes and amazing homemade cakes. If you want the tea and scones, you have to book, and you can also get breakfasts there. So it's beautiful, really. It's, as you can see, it's so colourful, and just looking in the window with the sun glinting on it sometimes, it's really nice. So it's very popular, but it's such a shame that it's shut at the moment. And you can see the menus now, so I'm going to leave you at your leisure to make up your mind if you think this is expensive. If you do, please leave in the comments what you think. Well, I'm at the top of the high street now and I'm going to go actually into the All Saints Church, which is the largest of the three churches in Linfield. And as you'll see in a minute, it's absolutely beautiful inside. So let's go in. Isn't that lovely? You can see, I think they're still having services at the moment, but you can see it's been well sort of kitted out for social distancing. It's a beautiful church and very popular. I used to go there when I was a young boy, but I don't go to church anymore. But what surprised me is how clean it was in there, really. And the actual heating was on, even though there's no service. Maybe they've got a service this afternoon, but it's a beautiful place. So I'm just going to come out the church any minute, and then I shall take you down and we shall see, oh, there I am, see Annika Rice. And yes, it will be Annika Rice you see, no clickbait. And there's a few shots of the lovely daffodils around the church area. And there's a lovely money shot view of the church that I've just been into. Well, we're now going down to the toll gate, which is a Grade 2 historic listed building, formerly listed as the Gatehouse. And in 1884, the toll gate was removed, and there's a lot of relevance about this place, as you'll see in a minute. It's a beautiful building, and this actual position now was the exact position in 1985. Annika Rice was down here.
Make a toll call, so you've got You've got it? Got the clue?
Yes,
Okay, read it then.
right, there you are, £50 so far. You should really jump at this.
Well, looking at this footage just goes to show how technology has changed, isn't it, really? And looking at the shots of from 1985, almost not that much has changed in Linfield, really, which is good, really. It's always kept the culture.
You've had just over 10 minutes.
I'm sure it's somewhere off there, to the west of the road, because I remember passing it on occasion.
Of course, when they buy a programme, they're already there, so they don't actually tell you.
If you haven't seen all of my videos, you want to check back on the Linfield Act 1 and 2, and you'll see the relevance of the last scene of this particular video. I was just thinking, when I was a little nipper, I used to watch this on TV, Treasure Hunt, and I used to say to Mum and Dad, who's that space woman getting outside the helicopter? Well, that was a nice bit of nostalgia. I'm going to finish this film now with a few shots at the top of the high street where there's some lovely buildings. And this particular one I call the Crooked House. You can, unfortunately I couldn't open the gates, so it's sort of like the Leaning House in Linfield. Well, I hope you enjoyed all of this anyway, and I certainly enjoyed making it. And don't forget to check out my Linfield Acts 1 and 2, and Act 3 will be coming out as soon as I can get the content that I need with the footage. But with the lockdown, it's a little bit hard to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked, and I'll see you in the next one.